Yeah, I just wanna be great.
Morning, YouTube. Day 21 of the Courier exchange. I'm in Newcastle. As ever, I'm early. I'm at the blood place taking something up to Glasgow, so I'm pleased for the work this morning. It's good. Yesterday was a terrible day. I ended up giving in about 2:10. I was proper tired. I'd done nothing, done fuck all. But it was red hot. I was, sweating like a big lass at a disco. I went home and just crashed on the settee for a couple of hours. So I obviously needed it. But yeah, it was terrible. Absolutely shocking. Anyway, news this morning. I seen that, was it Wagner, the kid who went against Putin? Unfortunately died in an accident in a plane. Oh, hell. It's just weird how the world works sometimes. Poor fuck guy just getting on with his life. Accident like that happens. Oh, my. Other things. I got my Courier powers. I want to talk a little bit about that this morning. I obviously got them. The company in the first week. They're given to you by the Courier gods. And I got my 3 powers, kind of upgrades or perks if you play games. So I got my, the first one was knowledge of the ancestors. So that basically means when Google Maps says, there's a 35-minute delay ahead because you've had these powers bestowed upon you, you can ignore that because when you get there, the traffic will be clear. That's how it works. But there is like evil forces at work as well, and sometimes they'll throw another crash in just as you get there. Also, when it says like, if you turn left here, it's a dead end, that isn't really true because you have knowledge of the ancestors that knows it's clear. But again, evil forces sometimes drop in a fucking roadblock. So I got that one, and then I got a piercing voice of the eagle. So people who are not couriers don't get this. Like if you're shouting obscenities at somebody that's a fucking 50 meters ahead of you in a car, that's just craziness. You're basically just shouting at yourself, But when you're a courier with the piercing voice of the eagle perk, your voice carries through the glass, through space and time, and lands into the person's ear that you're talking to. So when you say you fucking arsehole, they hear that. That's a good perk. And my third one, which we very rarely use, it's the delayed death stare. It's a secret amongst the courier world. So normally, if you look at somebody, it just means nothing. It's just a stare, but not when you're a courier. And it's all about the posture as well. It's not that you just glance across. You have to get forward and like really stare like that. And as every courier knows, what happens to that person is because they've upset you. They don't die instantly because obviously the police find out pretty quickly that the couriers have these special powers. So what happens is when they get home and get out with their car, they die within 24 hours because we've had that delayed intensive death stare put upon them. It's like a curse. So yeah, that's my 3 powers that I got when I became a courier. Let me know if you've got any other powers, because again, I'm brand new to this. I didn't even realise I had them. They just kind of come upon me. So I'm looking forward to a run up to Scotland. It's a bit dreary. I charge 120 quid. If you've watched some of the other videos, you might not have, but I think it was my first or second day. And I was getting excited because I got a job from the blood place up to Glasgow University, and it cancelled on us when I was here. So fingers fucking crossed that doesn't happen. So I have done it quite cheap, 80 pence or something. Just because yesterday I was in Newcastle yesterday. I might as well have been fucking sitting in the backyard with the shorts on, fucking sitting under the sun. There was nothing. It looked like every man and his dog was in Newcastle. There was fucking vans all over. So yeah, I need to get away from that. But last night was busy on the feed. This morning's been busy, so it might just been an off day. Yeah, so that's it. You're all up to speed. I will update you as I get further work. Speak to you soon. And we're back. Different t-shirt. Let's finish off day 21 for yesterday. So I went up to Scotland. I had the tiniest little envelope. It like literally weighed half a gram. I felt guilty. Could have just been put in the post, but hey ho. Got up to Glasgow, sweet as a nut. Glasgow city centre, a bit of a nightmare. Don't think it's designed for traffic and that, but we got there, it was fine. Parks up. I was in the city centre. Wasn't much work. I tried a few bids on stuff to get out, but no, I was doing 85 pences and things like that because I was up there. Nothing. There seemed to be a load of drivers around Glasgow. So eventually, I think I've been speaking to Neil at Neptune Couriers on the phone, and there was a job local to local. So I bid 30 quid. Minimum's 35. What's happened? And it was a fart on anyway, but it was a job. I got it done in the end. No hassle. There was hassle, but shit happens. So anyway, it drops it off 30 quid richer. And then a job come on, and I'm still in shock. So it was one of the speedies. I've got to give him a shout out actually, Callum. Nice lad. So there was a job going across to Edinburgh at the Royal Highland Centre. There's like a show on or something. And I bid minimum on a job. It was 40 mile. I put in 35 quid. It'll get us to Edinburgh. If I don't pick any other work up, I'll tootle home. And I bid, and Callum from Speedy rang us. Hiya pal, yada yada. I went, bloody hell, I've bid on your jobs, all day, and I get the cheap one. He went, it's fine, you're a bit cheap on it, mate, to be fair. I'll give you 45. Wow. Okay, pal. So now my spidey senses again, and why this is going to be a, but it wasn't. I picked up 20 bottles. I'll put a picture on. 20 bottles of lemon juice to go across to the Glenmorangie stand. Weird. And it was no bother. Like, say no bother, your normal kind of fuck on trying to find a place when I got there, but it was fine. Rang the lassie. Here's another one for you though. When they're putting the notes on the CX, it'll have like, ring Bobby when you get to site, and it's got a number. I've been trying that, and I've just had really bad luck. The couple of times I've tried it, never connects. When I done that second job, it was across to Glasgow College. I was ringing the number. Anyway, when I got there, I eventually found this place. A little janitor was taking us round, bless him. It was a highlight of his day to speak to a fucking other human being. And he was wandering us all hour, and eventually took us to them by foot to where they were, and I had to go back in the van and drive all the way around to get back to where I was. Anyway, I got there, me being cheeky, I'm like, looking for Graham. There's a Graham lad on site, his phone doesn't work. Anybody know him? And this Graham lad's like, it's me, man, your phone works. It doesn't. So I literally pressed the button thing, pressed the link on the phone. And then he's like, oh, bloody hell, I didn't know, pal, really sorry and all that. I'm mate, neighbour, I'm something to wind up anyway. We're a lovely set of lads, we had a caddy crack for 10 minutes. But yeah, that link thing just doesn't work. Because when I tried to ring Nicole at Glenmorangie, and when her site didn't work either. Poor Graham, wind them up. So yeah, that link thing doesn't work, so you've got to old-fashioned type the number in. But that was it. There wasn't any other work. I stopped on the way down the road, so the lovely Neil at Neptune was doing kind of a little interview piece on us, being a new driver to the CX and new to YouTube. So he asked us a couple of questions, so I answered that. So it was quite cool. Obviously now that I'm a celebrity, we had a boost in subscribers. I think we went to over 50 overnight. It was crazy. So hello new people. I am new and useless, as you'll quickly find out, but we're learning together. Whoa, 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 whoa. Fucking hell. And I thought a Tesla was going to run into us. I was getting nervous. Unless he's making a point that I'm parked in the wrong bit. He's probably an owner if he's got a Tesla. So I'm at a place called Palintest. I'm taking a pallet to Manchester. I nearly died. I thought you were going to hit us. Oh yeah, he looks pissed. He looks like he's been to the gym. He's one of these, young, trendy, really tight pants and that. I must be in his spot. So he'll probably not be happy. I'll try and put a face on that looks like I give a fuck. Yeah, that was it. Bless him. So yeah, we're going down to Manchester today, so I'll do that in the next video. But yeah, you're all up to speed. I tootled home from Edinburgh. A nice drive down. I went down the 68 and across the 697 for a change. It was a lovely evening. Got home, had me tea, watched a bit of telly. Life is good. Oh, and I got a few payments as well. I'm sure there's some alternative universe, like I'll whinge on, like I need to get some money in, start to get a little bit worried, yada yada. And then a few things start to pay, like a 50 quid 55. So little dribs and drabs, but it's nice to see it going in there. Takes the edge off slightly. But yeah, so that's it. Day 21, all done and dusted. If you want to see that interview thing, it was on Neil at Neptune Courier's channel. So yeah, welcome. See you in a bit. Wiedersehen.